Hear this carefully, because what I am saying is not random and it is not something small. I am speaking to you at an important moment, and you cannot treat this like just another message that comes and goes without meaning. The one meant for you will not miss you. The one chosen for your life will not pass you by. He will not overlook you, and he will not stay hidden forever. I am telling you this because your heart has been tired in ways you do not always share. You have seen delays and started to think that delay meant it would never happen. You have watched others receive what you quietly prayed for. You began to wonder if you were forgotten. But today I am telling you clearly, you are not forgotten. You have not been pushed aside. You are not meant to lose. What was written for your life is still real. What was promised to you is still there. Listen closely. The time where you believed love must hurt you is ending. The time where you felt you had to beg to be chosen is breaking right now. The time where you feared what is yours would go to someone else is no longer for you. I am removing the fear. I am standing against the lie. I am taking that poison out of your thoughts. What is meant for you will come to you at the right time, and you will not have to go against yourself just to receive it. You have cried for what you lost. You have doubted yourself after being ignored. You have tried to understand why some people came into your life only to leave confusion. You have carried pain quietly. You have smiled in front of others while wondering inside if your heart would ever feel safe, noticed, and truly loved. I saw every moment. I saw every night. I saw each time you almost settled because you were tired of waiting. I saw each time you stopped yourself from lowering your standards just to avoid feeling alone again. And do you know why I saw all of this? I am speaking with full authority now. Do not give your future to fear. Do not let your hope be controlled by memories of what once hurt you. Do not call your waiting time a curse when I have been using it to protect you. There is someone I have been preparing, and I have not forgotten them, just as I have not forgotten you. That is why you need to listen closely. This message is for the one who feels unseen. It is for the one who is tired of almost love, incomplete love, short-term love, or love that is not steady. This message is for the one who quietly asks, Lord, will it ever happen for me? And the answer is yes, my child, but not by chance or confusion. What I bring will give you peace. What I bring will give you clear understanding. What I bring will not play games with your heart. Before we go further, I want you to say this with faith. What God has for me will not pass me by. Write it down, speak it out, declare it, and keep listening, because what I will show you next will help you understand that this promise is already on its way to you. You have mistaken silence for being left alone, but you must understand that just because you do not see things happening does not mean I am not at work. I do not leave what I have said undone, and I do not make promises only to walk away from them. The one I have prepared for you is not random or uncertain. He is not something I thought of at the last moment, and he is not a weak chance that may or may not happen. I am careful and sure in everything I do. I am working in places you cannot see, in times you do not fully understand, and through moments you cannot yet measure. That is why you must stop telling yourself that just because it has not happened yet, it will never happen. I am not ignoring your need for love, for safety, for emotional support, or for someone who will not hurt you and then call it fate. I know what your heart has been waiting for. I know the quiet pain behind your strong face. I know the times you told yourself to stop hoping because it felt too hard. But even then, I was still working, still putting things in place, still preparing, still shaping someone with your future in mind. Understand this in a simple and clear way. I work through people to complete what I have planned. I use real lives to bring to pass what I have written. And when I choose to bless you through a relationship, I do not send confusion as the answer. I do not send something fake as your reward. I do not plan peace for you and then give you chaos and call it a gift. Somewhere you cannot see, I have been shaping what you asked for in your prayers. I have been working on what needs healing in them, what needs to grow in them, what needs to be removed from them, so that when they come into your life, they do not come empty, unstable, or unready. And while I was preparing them, I was also protecting you from what could have come too early and damaged your ability to trust something real. That is why some doors closed. That is why some connections slowly disappeared. That is why some people could not stay, no matter how much you wanted them to. It was not because you lacked value. It was because they were not made for where I am taking you. I need you to take this in with peace. Your waiting has not been useless. Your quiet season has not been empty. What looked still to you hath been full of unseen movement. I have not stopped your story. I have been protecting the right time for it. There is a person I am preparing who will not come into your life to add more pain, but to bring a new feeling, a new strength, and a different kind of presence. They will not feel like another hard lesson hidden behind sweet words. They will not feel like another test covered in love. They will carry clear signs of my work, because what comes from me brings understanding, honesty, and calm. So do not hate this season. Do not rush ahead and call your impatience wisdom. Do not let negative thoughts make you believe nothing is happening just because you cannot see it yet. Heaven has not gone quiet about you. I am still writing your story. I am still putting things in place. I am still preparing the one who will not miss you. And now I want you to stop for a moment and answer this truthfully in your heart. Have you been thinking of this delay as rejection, when in reality I have been using it as careful preparation? If these words are touching your heart deeply, say it now. God is still working for me. What I am about to show you next will help you understand why this promise is not coming from only one side, and why the one I have prepared for you is also being led step by step in your direction. What has truly made you tired was not only the waiting itself. It was the hurt of giving your heart to things that were never strong enough to hold it. It was the pain of thinking maybe you were asking for too much, when all you really wanted was something real, something pure, something that would not leave you hurting in private while you kept smiling in front of others. And this is where it becomes very serious, because if you do not understand this season in the right way, you might start to see your deep desire as weakness, and your loneliness as a reason to accept things I never planned for you. Listen closely. You are not waiting for just anyone. You are not being kept safe for another round of emotional confusion. You are not being made ready for another sweet talker with nothing real inside. Not another connection that starts strong and ends in silence. Not another person who learns your softness only to treat it badly. I want to be real with you for a second. This channel was recently demonetized, which has put a lot of pressure on our ability to keep things moving. To those who have already stepped up on Ko-Fi, thank you. You are the reason we're still here. If you're in a position to help, even a small contribution via the link in the description or the pinned comment makes a world of difference. Your support allows me to stay focused on creating for you. And now, let's get back to today's content. No, the real danger in front of you is not just the delay. The real danger is believing the lie that because you have waited for so long, anything that feels warm must be from me. That lie is harmful. That lie has led many people to open important doors in their lives to those who were never meant to stay. That lie has made people call rush feelings love, strong attraction peace, simple attention something deep and lasting, or emotional need something like destiny. And I am stopping that lie right now. My child, you need to understand how serious this is. Not everyone who comes close to you is meant to stay with you. Not everyone who praises you is ready to protect you. Not everyone who speaks kindly has the strength to handle your heart with care and respect. Some will come only to test how clearly you can see. Some will come only to show you what still needs healing inside you. Some will come only to check if your standards are truly strong or if they fall apart when faced with desire, fear, and long waiting. That is why you cannot be careless at this time. That is why you cannot let desperation make you see signs that I never gave you. Because the wrong person does not only take your time, the wrong person can drain your energy, damage your self-worth, confuse your judgment, and even make you doubt the real blessing I am bringing to you. The wrong connection can leave such a deep mark that when something true finally comes, it becomes hard for you to trust it. Do you understand how serious this is? This is not only about love, it is about being in the right place, it is about being protected. It is about whether you will allow past pain to shape your standards or whether you will allow my voice to guide what you expect. I did not create you to live on almost love. I did not shape you to accept small pieces and call it a blessing. I did not carry you through nights of hurt just to give you something shallow and stable and empty inside. I have called you to something greater than that. I have called you to a love that does not need lies to survive, a love that does not grow from your fears, a love that does not ask you to shrink yourself, to chase, to act, or to lose your own peace just to keep it. So protect your heart, but do it with wisdom, not fear. Stop making excuses for what keeps hurting you. Stop going back to what I have already taken out of your life. Stop using deep words for connections that only bring confusion, stress, and emotional pain. Let this become real in how you live. Do not say yes to every offer just because you feel alone. Do not give attention to every voice just because it sounds caring. Do not lower your standards just because time has made you tired. Go back to prayer before you get attached. Choose peace before you start chasing. Choose truth before you fall into dreams. Because what I have for you will never ask you to lose yourself just to receive it. And this is why what comes next is so important. Because when you truly understand that you are not waiting for just anyone, you will start to see why the one I have prepared for you must meet a version of you that has also grown, healed, and been made ready. What I am bringing into your life is not based on love that goes only one way. That is why you must stop thinking about this promise as if you are the only one being guided, the only one being shaped, the only one being made ready for something pure and special. I am not only planning your future with them in mind, I am also planning their future with you in mind. That is why you cannot judge what I am doing only by what you see on the outside. Because under the silence, under the waiting, under all the questions that have pressed on your heart, there has been a deep and careful work happening on both sides. I have been dealing with things that could have harmed this connection before it even started. I have been fixing wrong patterns, bringing hidden things into light, facing old wounds, breaking false ideas, and teaching you what real peace feels like so that when something true comes, you do not run away from it just because it does not look like the chaos you once thought was passion. And I have been doing the same kind of work in the one I prepared for you. They are not being sent to you as someone broken that you must fix. They are not being sent as another weight for you to carry. They are not being shaped in confusion while you are left to handle the damage. No, I work with purpose. When I bring two lives together, I do not do it without care. I do not join two people only to let one harm the other. I shape, I grow, I bring into line, and I prepare. That is why this season has asked so much from you. It has not only been about waiting for someone, it hath been about becoming someone who can see, accept, and keep something real when it arrives. Part of what felt like loss was actually you leaving behind old versions of yourself that could not go where you are going. Part of what felt like delay was my kindness, not allowing you to step into something important while old fears, old habits, and old ways were still leading your heart. Because if I had brought the right person too early, you might have misunderstood it, handled it the wrong way, or even pulled away from it. So I held things back until your inner self was ready to carry what you have been praying for. That is why you must not look down on your process. You have been learning how to love without begging, how to understand people without fear, how to want something without making it everything, how to stay open without losing care, and how to keep your standards without closing your heart. This growth matters. It matters more than you realize, because the one I have prepared for you is not just looking for attention, looks, strong feelings, or ease. They are being led toward someone whose heart is steady and true. And if you want something that lasts, you must allow me to get you ready for something that lasts. So be honest in the places where you have been pretending. Find healing in the places where you have been acting strong when you are not. Be careful and steady where your emotions have been leading you too fast. Stop looking for approval from people I never chose to confirm you. Stop trying to get clear answers from people who are confused. Stop telling yourself you are ready while still allowing things that weaken your judgment. Work on your inner self. Go back to prayer. Protect your peace. Write down the standards you keep lowering and place them before me. Ask yourself if the choices you are making right now show trust in me or fear of being alone. Because what is coming toward you deserves a version of you that is no longer controlled by old needs. And this is the beauty of what I am telling you now. You are not just waiting for someone to choose you, you are becoming someone who can be in a true and meaningful connection without shrinking, without ruining it, and without mixing it up with the pain you once went through. Stay with me here, because what comes next goes even deeper and you need to hear it. The prayers you thought were delayed have already reached my time, and heaven has not ignored even one cry you have made. The prayers you thought were lost in the dark were never lost to me, not even one. I heard you when you said nothing but felt everything. I heard you when your words were not clear, when all you could give me was pain, confusion, disappointment, and tears you tried to hide even from yourself. I heard you in those nights when you looked into the quiet and wondered if heaven had forgotten you without giving an answer. I heard you when you did not just ask for love, but for an end to confusion, an end to repeating the same cycles, an end to giving your heart to things that only knew how to hurt it. And I need you to truly understand how important this moment is. Your prayers have not only been heard, they have entered my time. They have stood before me as witnesses. They have become part of the movement of this promise, and what I am doing now is directly connected to everything you cried about before. Some of you believe prayer was only a way to get through loneliness, just a way to calm your heart while nothing changed, just a way to hold on while life kept letting you down. But prayer was doing much more than calming you. Prayer was opening space in the spirit. Prayer was bringing your desires closer to my will. Prayer was inviting my power into places where fear, disappointment, and old ties had been speaking too loudly. Every true prayer brought you closer to clear understanding. Every honest prayer revealed what was not real. Every broken prayer, every shaking prayer, Every desperate prayer that came from a tired but sincere heart did more than you knew. It was not only asking me to bring the right person, it was also asking me to block the wrong one, to remove what is false, to uncover what is hidden, and to protect you from doors that looked good but carried harm behind them. That is why some things did not last, and that is why you must not see every closed door as a loss. Some doors had to close because your prayers were too strong for lies to remain. Some people had to leave because what you asked me for was too real for them to carry. Some connections had to fall apart because your spirit asked for truth, and truth cannot stay inside confusion forever without exposing it. My child, I heard even the prayers you could not finish. I heard the words that stopped halfway because the pain was too heavy to speak. I heard you say quietly, "I cannot go through another false beginning." I heard your tired request, "Please do not let me be misled again." I heard the tears behind your praise. I heard the fear hidden inside your faith. And why did I hear you? I did not act in a rushed or careless way. I did not answer by sending the first thing that felt comforting. I answered by protecting your future. I answered by holding back what you wanted until what I was preparing could truly carry the weight of your request. Because you were not just asking for attention, you were asking for healing. You were asking for safety. You were asking for a love that does not come with hidden pain. You were asking for a person whose presence would not open wounds you had only just survived. That kind of prayer is not answered in a cheap or easy way. That kind of prayer is not treated lightly. It touches heaven in a deep way, but it also needs deep preparation before it is answered. So do not say your prayers failed just because the answer did not come quickly. Do not say I was quiet just because I was not rushing. Do not say nothing happened just because the first things you saw were protection, truth coming out, and delay. Sometimes the first answer to a prayer is removal. Sometimes it is a sudden stop. Sometimes it is the breaking of something you were about to call love. And if that happened in your life, it was not harshness. It was mercy with strength. It was mercy cutting away what would have hurt you later. It was mercy refusing to let your tired heart choose something your healed self would regret in the future. So now I am calling you to rise higher in a real and practical way. Go back to prayer before you go back to daydreaming. Bring your desires to me before giving them to someone else. Stop building emotional plans with people you have not truly understood. Stop letting simple attention turn into deep attachment before you feel true peace about it. Let prayer become your first step again, not your last choice after confusion has already entered your life. Speak to me openly. Ask me to show real intentions, to remove fake faces, to break unhealthy ties, and to clean your expectations. Ask me to teach you the difference between rushing and peace, between strong attraction and true alignment, between being wanted and being truly chosen. Because your prayers are not weak and they are not lost anywhere. They are active, they are alive, they are part of why you are still standing today, part of why certain people could not remain in your life, and part of why what is meant for you is still moving under my control. So I want you to answer this with faith before we go ahead. How many times were you close to stopping your prayers because the waiting felt too heavy? And if you truly believe that heaven heard you even when you were tired, then write this and say it from your heart. Heaven heard me and God is still working. Because what comes next will help you understand why the waiting itself became a struggle and why so many wrong doors tried to open while I was keeping the right one safe. The waiting time was never empty, and it was never without purpose. It turned into a real struggle the moment you decided you would no longer give your heart to things that looked good on the outside, but brought no peace inside you. That is why so much pressure came against you. That is why the wrong people kept showing up. That is why confusion kept trying to look like destiny. The fight was not only about meeting the right person. It was about whether you could be pulled away from the right path before that person even arrived. It was about whether tiredness could make you think settling is wisdom. It was about whether loneliness could push you to break the very standards I taught you to guard. You thought you were just going through bad situations, but underneath all of that there was something deeper happening. There was pressure against your ability to see clearly, pressure against your patience, and pressure against your sense of who you are. Because when a person becomes tired enough, they can slowly accept things they would have once refused when they were stronger. And that is exactly why this time felt so heavy. Some people did not come because they were truly meant to. They came because your weakness was being tested. Some came because old wounds were pulling you back into familiar patterns. Some came because the enemy knows that if he cannot break the promise, he will try to wear down the person holding it. You will send distractions, copies of what looks real, rush without peace, praise without truth, attention without real care, strong feelings without commitment, closeness without protection. And if you are not careful, you will start to mistake strong emotions for something true and guided. That mistake is costly. It drains your energy, confuses your thinking, and ties your heart to things that were never meant to stay. That is why you must stop calling every strong feeling a sign. Not every urge is from a good place. Not every open door is meant for you. Not everyone who notices you is able to respect your heart. Some connections come with kind words but bring disorder inside. Some know how to wake up your hopes but cannot protect them. Some will make you feel special for a short time while already preparing to walk away when your depth becomes too much for them. And this kind of struggle is painful because it does not always appear dark. Sometimes it feels familiar. Sometimes it comes using the same words you have been hoping to hear in your prayers. Sometimes it shows up after a long dry time, right when your heart is tired enough to agree too fast. That is why clear understanding is so important now. That is why you cannot depend only on feelings. That is why you must watch what a connection creates inside you. Does it bring peace or make you restless? Does it give you clarity or fill your mind with noise? Does it lead you toward prayer or push you to chase and force things? Does it build your self-respect or make you feel like you must compete to be valued? Notice these things carefully. What takes away your peace is not a gift. What plays with your need is not love. What keeps you confused is not my best for your life. This waiting period became so intense because your future carries real value. The wrong people were not just trying to come into your life. They were trying to change what you accept, train you to settle for less, and make instability feel normal so that when something true comes, you would not even recognize it. They wanted your standards to feel unreasonable. They wanted your loneliness to feel louder than my voice. They wanted your past pain to make you doubt my promise. But I have been working for you in ways you could not see. Every time something that looked good broke apart because it did not feel right, I was protecting you. Every time someone stepped away after stirring your feelings but before getting close to your life, I was guarding you. Every time confusion became too much and the connection ended because it was not stable, I was revealing what true peace would never create. So stop blaming yourself for every ending. Stop thinking every closed door means you are hard to love. Some endings were saving you. Some heartbreaks were stops put in place. Some disappointments were protection, even if they felt harsh. And now let this become real in how you live. Do not let loneliness decide for you. Do not keep talking to people who keep draining your spirit. Do not make excuses for mixed behavior. Do not give private space in your life to people who have not shown clear and open intentions. Step back when you feel pressure. Pray when things feel confusing. Wait when things feel unclear. Walk away when your peace keeps going away. You are not without strength in this fight. Your boundaries carry power. Your obedience carries power. Your choice not to call chaos love carries power. And all of this matters because you did not go through this struggle for no reason. This waiting time has been shaping you, setting you apart, teaching you, and showing something deeper than you may understand right now. It has shown that even when you were tired, even when you were hurting, even when you felt the pull to settle, there was still something inside you that refused to betray what I placed within you. And that is where change begins, because the next step is not only that you made it through, it is about what has been changed inside you forever. Because you did not fully give up. What truly made the difference was not that you never felt alone, never felt weak, or never wondered how long this would take. What made the difference was that you did not completely let go of your standards just because the pressure became strong. You struggled at times, you cried at times, you almost gave in at times. But deep inside you there was still a line you refused to cross, a quiet but real strength, a steady obedience that kept saying no even when everything around you was pushing you to say yes. And I need you to understand how important that is, because you have not fully seen what your resistance protected. Every time you walked away from something that felt urgent but did not bring peace, you were not losing, you were protecting something greater. Every time you refused a connection that looked good on the outside but brought confusion, you were not being too hard, you were guarding the future I prepared for you. Every time you said no to being only partly chosen, used, kept hidden, or left again and again without clear answers, you were doing more than protecting your feelings. You were honoring me. You were honoring the truth I had already placed inside you. You were honoring the promise by refusing to replace it with something fake. Many people think giving in only happens in big moments, but often it happens quietly. It happens when you start to accept what drains you because you are tired of being alone. It happens when you begin to call unstable behavior just a hard phase. It happens when you lower your standards just to keep someone who has never shown they can truly value your heart. It happens when you allow closeness without clear intent, when you let attachment grow without peace, when you keep hoping for something I never gave life to. But you, even with a shaking heart, did not fully give in. You felt the pull, yes. You felt the hurt, yes. You felt the fear that if you let this go, maybe nothing better would come. But still, again and again, something inside you pushed back. Something inside you remembered that being alone hurts, but being in the wrong place costs much more. Something inside you knew that it is better to go through the pain of waiting than to stay stuck in the slow damage of the wrong connection. That strength mattered more than you realize, my child. Heaven does not ignore quiet obedience. I saw the talks you ended even when your feelings wanted to keep them going. I saw the offers you refused because your heart did not feel at peace. I saw the nights you missed people you knew were not right for you, and still you did not open again what I had already closed. I saw how hard it was not to reply, not to go back, not to keep dealing with what had already shown you its true nature. Do not think that was small. Do not think that meant nothing. That was struggle turned into honor. That was pain turned into obedience. That was trust being proven even when it was dark. And because you did not fully give up your standards, something strong has changed inside you. You are no longer easily drawn in by what once confused you. Your desires are shifting. Your understanding is becoming clearer. What once oppressed you now makes you uneasy. What once pulled you in now shows its truth much faster. This is a real change. Even before the right relationship comes, this is a kind of freedom. Even before the promise fully shows up, the old version of you that would accept little and call it enough is fading away. The old version of you that mixed attention with true care is losing its hold. The old version of you that thought being wanted was enough is being replaced by someone who now understands that being truly chosen matters more than being strongly desired. Now bring this truth into your daily life. Stop giving time to people who only create worry in you. Stop calling long confusion patience when it is really avoidance. Write down your clear standards and stop changing them every time someone attractive appears. Pull your emotions back from connections that have never given you peace. Stop allowing space in your life for what keeps weakening your inner strength.